These are two of the coolest houses I think we've ever toured on the channel, and we're out here in Star, Idaho. So we are in an amazing location. We're a minute from the foothills. You can actually see them here behind me. We are a minute away from a golf course. We're a minute away, a couple minutes away from a new sports complex that's gonna have parks and ponds and hiking trails. This community in particular has a pond. And of course, as you guys can see, these houses, as I mentioned, they're some of the coolest I think we've toured on this community or on this channel. You have the RV bay, you have some of the really most unique inside of homes that we've seen. The second one we look at is particularly awesome. It really has a unique feel that I haven't seen in anything else. And I toured it about a week ago, and I can't stop thinking about how cool it is because I really do love the unique look. And it has a upstairs patio that can overlook these foothills that are out in Star. So we're not only going to take a look at these two homes, talk about the price points, which is actually not an absurd amount for what you get in these homes. It's not in the millions of dollars, even though these are basically fully custom homes. It's actually something within reach for a lot of you guys moving from out of state. But we're going to go over the pros and cons of Star, give you guys information as we tour the house, to give you guys what you need to know about this specific area, Star, compare it to the other areas, so we're not just looking at homes, and we're providing you guys value and the things you need to know when moving to Boise. So let's go take a look at home number one, which is right here. It has one of the coolest backyards I think I've seen in a home that's ready to be moved into. Most of the time you have to do some of this landscaping after you move in. So it's nice that it comes with the house. And then right off the bat, as you guys can see, it has the RV bay, so it has an oversized garage. But just look at this entrance. So this is going to be a more modern home versus the second one we look at, which will be a lot more on the traditional side, but it also has that really unique look that I'm excited to show you guys. But look at these entryways. These big concrete slabs gives you kind of a luxurious entrance. You have the windows up front. I like this wood slab that they did. And you have a huge driveway. Plus the backyard is not super small, so you're gonna have plenty of space in the backyard as well. Awesome front entrance here. And as we step inside, for those of you that are new to the channel, or maybe you haven't watched a video in a little while because I've been slacking, I moved into a new house in Kuna, and so have been a little bit behind on some of these videos. But for those of you who are new, I do a thing in these videos where I give away Starbucks gift cards for those of you who find the rubber ducky. We still haven't had a name yet, so comment names down below, but I give away a Starbucks gift card for those of you who find him in the video, and then comment down below what time in the video he is. And for this video, let's do it twice. So I'm gonna hide him in two spots in the video. The first people to find each of those spots, I'll send you guys a Starbucks gift card, and keep an eye out for that. And also comment down below names that you guys would think would be good for a name on him. Now, we are in home number one, and right off the bat, this layout you're gonna see is very unique. So you have a very unique entryway that we don't see too often, where you go into a wall and you have your office to the right, and then most of everything's on the left. And wait till you guys see the living room. There's some awesome ceilings in there that I really love in this house. But we'll take a step into the office space. And in these modern houses, one of my favorite things is all of the windows that you get. Today, it's a beautiful day out here. We got blue skies, the birds are chirping, the snow is melting, it's really beautiful. But in the winter time, when we do get some of these inversions and it's darker in the winter and you don't get sun, you know, the sun goes down at 5 o'clock. These windows throughout these modern houses is absolutely amazing here in Boise to help with kind of those winter blues that you can get for sure. So one thing to think about there, they're not just cool looking for some people. I personally love to have these big windows, but they're also functional and they can help you, you know, kind of live a happier life, which is why some of you guys are thinking of moving to Boise. So get back to the office. And then another thing I love about this house is this is the first part of the landscaping that I talked about. So we'll take a look here in a second at what this looks like, but you can see just your office alone has an entryway out to here, and you have one there. And this isn't even the patio. So the patio gets a lot bigger. There's a second patio. You're gonna see all of the windows and sliding glass doors throughout this house. And it's really just an amazing layout. I absolutely love this house. And then we'll step into, give you a glimpse here of, look at how tall these ceilings are. They're absolutely They're 15, maybe even 20 feet tall, maybe 18, somewhere in there, but huge grand living area. And we'll take a look at that here in a second. But right down the hall, you have a half bath here. And one thing you'll notice as we go through this house is I said it's almost fully custom, and it's not like a completely absurd price for a 2,800 square foot home. But with these houses, and this one's built by Sustainable Homes, you get these high-end finishes. So you get the nicer sink, you get the tiling on the side. You guys might not be able to tell, but there's tiling all the way up to the ceiling, and this mirror also goes up to the ceiling. You can't even see it. So just a ton of upgrades and little finishes that you're gonna see throughout this house. Lots of stuff that you don't get in most of the other houses in the Boise area. So for those of you who are looking to maybe have something that's a little bit nicer, a little bit more unique, especially in a home like this with Sustainable Homes out here in Star, but you don't want the acre or half acre lot, you want the third of an acre that this one is, and being in a good location, these are the types of homes that are gonna be amazing for a lot of you. And like I said, as we go through this video, we're not only going to tour the homes, but I'm going to talk to you guys about Star. I'm going to talk to you guys about the difference between here or maybe buying a home like this on an acre or half an acre. I'm going to talk to you about why CUNA might be a better option so that you guys have the information to make the best decision for yourselves, because you want to ask yourself, what is it that is bringing me to Boise? What am I looking for? And so you need that information to be able to make the best decision for yourself. And with that, for those of you who watch the channel, you know that I am here. I want to do what's best for you guys. So even if Boise is not the right decision for you, maybe it's not moving to Boise, maybe it's moving to Salt Lake or it's moving to Arizona, I want to help you guys figure that out. I'm not here to just be a transactional real estate agent. I am here to truly hope to make friends, be an advisor, and help you guys in that process. I want to ask you questions like, what is it going to look like in a year if you move to Boise? What is it going to look like if you buy this house versus that house? What's it going to look like if you wait? What's it going to look like if these cons of Star actually start to affect you? Are you going to actually want to live here? Because it's a big decision and I want to be able to help you guys. So shoot me a text or shoot me a call. I'm an agent. When you text or call me, I'm the one that answers. It's my personal cell phone number. It's not a business number that's hidden. It's actually my personal line. So look forward to meeting you guys, but let's take a rest of this first house and wait till the second one, especially for those of you who maybe modern's not quite your style. This second house also has an RV bay, and it's been one of my favorite houses I think I've toured. Has a really cool, unique look that you just have to see to understand. So right off the half bath, to get you guys acquainted again, we have the living area, we have the half bath, the office is behind us, and then you have a hallway here to kind of have separate living quarters for all of these spare bedrooms. So bedroom number one is going to be right here. Really good size room. As you can see, you get the 10-foot ceilings in the rooms, in the hallways, and then bedroom number two is right across the hallway, and it's the same size, oversized, but you do get the two windows right here on this spare bedroom. Then your laundry room is right across here, and then you do have a bathroom here to share, so you get the dual vanity with, obviously you get the granite countertops, you get the nicer cabinetry, you get the oversized mirror with the nice modern lighting, and then your bathtub shower has tiling all the way up to the ceiling. And then one nice little touch in here that is just something that other houses might not add is these built-in shelves. So you can see the built-in shelves there, gives it a nice look, and it's something that not every builder is going to do, or every home, especially in this price point. Laundry room, pretty standard. You get a little mud room right here. And then we will head into the garage, because I know a lot of you guys want these big RV garages. It does not have the extended bay, but it is inlaid, so you do get an extra 4 feet because it extends out a little bit, but still plenty big garage. And you get these 3 big windows, which is actually nice for those of you who are going to use the RV garage for maybe a shop or even a gym, which I know is really popular to have a gym right here in the RV garage. It's a really cool thing to be able to have all that natural lighting in, and you can actually see the foothills from here. So you guys can work out in your garage. We'll have views of the foothills. You know, there's gonna be hawks and birds flying around. Last time I was out here flying the drone around, there was a hawk that was nosediving my drone and trying to get it. So plenty of wildlife out here, and the BLM land out here in Star is just right down the street. So you're about 5 minutes away from lots of BLM land, so you can go ride your bikes, you can go take your dirt bikes out, your four-wheelers, you can go shoot guns, whatever you want. And with that too, I mentioned the golf course is just a half mile down the road, so you're really close to the golf course out here in Star. You're about a half a mile from the new highway that's coming in, so that's gonna get you super easy access into downtown Boise to get to the interstate. And right now, Star is about 40-ish, 45 minutes, depending on traffic, into Boise. You're about 30, 25 minutes to the village in Meridian, and a lot of the things that are in Meridian that you can do. Costco in Meridian, which is about 15 minutes from here, because you can hop right on the highway to get to there. You also have the new sports complex that I talked about. So it's gonna have fishing ponds, it's gonna have pickleball courts, tennis courts, a park, a huge walking path all the way around, soccer fields, baseball fields, and that's literally gonna be 5 minutes away. And then of course you have the foothills out here as well. And for those of you who aren't quite familiar with Star, so Star has 2 grocery stores. You have Albertsons and you have a Ridley's. Albertsons is one of the most expensive grocery stores in the Boise area, other than maybe, of course, your high-end, what's it called? The bougie place with all the organic food. You guys will comment down below. I can't think of the name right now. And then all of your other major ones are gonna be in Meridian, which like I said, are about 15 minutes away. So as we go through the house, I'll continue to talk more and more about Star, but wanna get you guys taking a look at the house again. And right now we're in the living area. So like you guys saw at the beginning, you have the big 15, 20-foot ceilings. You even get windows up on top, which is something the builder didn't have to do, but it gives it a nice look, lots of natural lighting. You can see the huge sliding glass door, which we'll take a look at in the backyard. You have this big sliding glass door right here in this really cool dining area. You get these built-ins so you can have your wine or your, formal dining plates and bowls right there. So when you guys entertain people. In a house like this, it's super cool. There's a lot of unique features. This is something you don't see in a home for this price. And at 2,800 square feet, it's functional for many of you. So then the kitchen right here, you have the island. And this is a giant island. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's probably 6 feet wide and 10 feet long. And right across from it is the Thermador 6-burner stove right here. You obviously have the cabinets. They don't go up to the ceiling because then you'd have 20-foot cabinets. So you do get 10-foot high ceilings or cabinets, so you have plenty of storage space. You have your sink right here, which most people don't like it on the islands because they want to be able to look out to the backyard. But with the way this house is set up, you can obviously see that you're looking out to this big glass window towards your backyard. So nice that they have that. Then you have your Bosch microwave / convection oven, and then you have a single oven here, and then right here is your walk-in pantry. So decent sized kitchen. You have a little mini fridge for your wine fridge right here. Plenty of space, the floating shelves. And then this right here is a really unique fireplace. And like you guys can see, it's a very modern style home. So you get the fireplace in the corner with it walking up the side. And we'll take a step in the backyard, but it reminds me that the master bathroom in here is probably one of my favorite showers we've seen. It has a very modern stylistic look, and so excited to show you guys that. And then of course we're gonna step around and step out to this outdoor little patio that you have here off the dining area, off of your office space that was in the front. So pretty cool house, and this is just the first house. So the second house again is probably one of my favorites. And it doesn't have this modern style, which I'm personally not a fan of. I know some people can. I do. This one's not as bad though. Sometimes they're much more sleek. At least the kitchen cabinetry in here does have kind of a more traditional, elegant look. But that second house, I'm excited to show you guys. We'll take a step into the backyard with this oversized sliding glass door. And then of course, you get the covered patio. So patio also has a modern style where you get these 2 big sleek pillars and it extends out a little bit. There's another sliding glass door there to your master bedroom, but a pretty good sized backyard, not oversized. And then of course it wraps around, and we'll take a look at that in a second. But it's nice for those of you who want, landscaping and a good footprint, a 2,800 square foot single family home like this. but you don't want the acre that you have to take care of, that you have to buy a riding lawnmower, or you have to spend all day Saturday and Sunday taking care of your lawn. This is something that it's a third of an acre, but it's not gonna be as horrible to maintain. And so it's a nice little balance. I know some of you guys really want the half acre and acre lots, but want to show you guys everything. And like I said, I want to provide value and helping you guys' decision here. So showing you houses like this, showing you some of the most affordable homes that might not be as exciting as homes like this. And then also every once in a while, we're going to go look at, you know, 1.5 to $2.5 million homes, just to show you guys everything in the Boise market and give you guys an idea of what to expect in what areas and what a home like this might be priced like in a different part of the city. So now we're in the dining room. There's those built-ins. And then right here, this is my favorite part of this house, is this little kind of Zen garden style. You're gonna have a waterfall there, but it gives you a good little hangout spot that's kind of tucked away. You're enclosed. The sun's not gonna be, you know, beating down on you here in the summertime, and you have access from your office and the dining room. So just a really unique style of house and a really unique backyard on top of all of the unique features in this house. So I'm excited to show you guys this one for that reason specifically. And then right off of there is your master, which is tucked away off on its own side of the house. And again, you get more windows. So when you enter into your master, you get to look out to that garden area. You have a really good size master bedroom. And in the master, you get the 20 foot ceiling. So tons of grand space in here as well. And then they added this nice accent wall behind your bed. Plenty of room in here. You get the sliders out to this side of the backyard. And then this is my favorite part of the master, is this master bathroom. So pretty standard right here is you get the 2 vanities with the built-in tub. You do get a really good size window right there, which is nice. You have a window in your closet, so it doesn't feel like a dungeon like it often does, but decent size with the built-in shelves. But then my favorite part right here, and I hope I can give you guys a good idea of what it looks, is your walk-in shower. So we'll go over here to the right. So right off the bat, it's fully tiled. You can see it has the dual shower heads in here with the built-in shelving. But one cool thing is not only is it walk-through, but there's no lip or step. So it's seamless from the shower into the main bathroom. And so you're not walking on any steps. It feels as though you just go from bathroom into shower. And I thought that was a really cool feature. Makes it feel that modern kind of luxury feel. Now, we're in Star. We're about to go take a look at home number 2, which is a super cool house. I'm excited to show you guys that one. And that one's gonna be the same price as this home. So another thing is I'm interested to see what you guys think. Do you like this home or the second home better? So keep that in mind. But out here in Star, obviously we're gonna have what many of you guys have probably seen is you have very conservative people here. Star is one of the more conservative parts of Boise, and all of Boise is conservative, but in Star, I've always said it's known for having its US, its American flags in all of the subdivisions. There's a couple subdivisions out here where they have 30 foot, 40 foot flag poles with American flags on every single house. There is people here who support the blue. There's blue police flags and first responder flags everywhere. You're gonna have a lot of people out here who homeschool or are, Christian, stuff like that. So it's a very conservative suburb, and it's gonna be very similar to what you find in Middleton or Kuna. So those are the 3 main suburbs that I'd say have kind of that cultural aspect to it, where much more small town, not as much activity going on, and you get a ton of conservative people who love their guns, they love God, and they love America. So that's the cultural side of Star. And then as we go to the next house, I'll kind of dive a little bit more into the things that you're gonna wanna know about Star. But one of those things is we're obviously in houses, so the community that we're in is called Torchlight Estates. It's about a 30 house community, so really small. But one thing I love about this community is it has these more custom homes. There's about 4 or 5 builders in here, but it's connected to Toll Brothers and Hayden Homes, and there's a Hubble Homes community right here. And so I know a lot of you guys are moving here with family, We've had people, shout out to David and Drew and Kyle and Deb, you know, that move here where the parents, obviously being older or retired, they built more equity in their house, so they're buying a little bit nicer house, but you guys want to live really close together. So somebody can buy a house like this, and then literally behind in our backyard, we can see the Toll Brothers community. It's attached to this neighborhood, and those have price points in the 400,000s, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000s. And so if you guys are someone like that, where you and the family are moving here, it gives you the opportunity to live close together and both get what you guys are looking for. So this house right here is listed at just under 1.15 million. So for a house like this, almost 3,000 square feet, with all these finishes, the grand ceilings, the backyard landscaping, all of that, it's not as expensive as you might expect. And a home like this in Eagle is easily going to be 1.5. So not a bad deal for all of the things you get, but it's nice that if somebody, you know, wants to buy this one, then daughter or sister or brother or whatever family still has an opportunity to live really close by in more of our, you know, starter homes that we consider here in the Boise area. So keep that in mind as we go to the next one. We'll take a walk over there right now, and we'll check out home number 2 and see which one you guys like better. But let's go take a look. Okay, we're here at home number 2. As you can see, it has the RV bay, but what is most important about this house is it has some of the coolest features inside. It has one of the coolest styles. I told you guys this is one of my favorite homes that I have toured, and I toured it a couple weeks ago. It also has one of the most insane pantries I've ever seen. It's something that you wouldn't see, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. It has a really cool master bedroom, but the living area, and then of course the patio upstairs that gives you a view of the foothills, is something that you just don't get too often. Foothills, they're obviously only in so many parts of the valley, and so location, 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 you guys have all heard that before. This is one of those things where you do just get a good location with those foothills. So let's step inside to home number 2, and they also have some graphics up in here, so I can actually show you guys some of the stuff I talked about with Star as far as the park and the highway and stuff like that. So we'll take a look. Yeah, let's see. Step number, or right off the front. So first part of it is you have the stairs upstairs to go up to the upstairs. The living area is there, which you can kind of see a peek of what I'll be talking about. You have the office here, and then your 2 bedrooms will be here, and then your master is tucked all the way in the back, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. But office, and again, here's what I'm talking about with some of these houses is things like this. So these are little touches that more of a custom home will have. You get the bench right here in the office space, which is nice. You get the window. Everything else is pretty standard. This house is gonna have 10-foot ceilings. But those little touches, it's a typical office with those added extra little sprinkles in. And then you have bedroom number 1 right here up front. And this home is built by KD Colnes. They did an amazing job with this house, and they have a pretty good price point, being at the same as the last one we talked about. So as we go through, of course, keep in mind which one you guys like better. I'd be interested to see which one you guys prefer for the same price. And if you're going through this house and you're like, Brady, you're stupid for liking this house so much, you hyped it up for nothing, then just roast me in the comments. I love this house. It's literally been on my mind how cool it is. Something to keep in mind for when me and my wife build a house later on. But if you disagree, just comment down below and roast me. And then of course, keep an eye out for that rubber ducky. He may have already been in here. He may be in the future. And for this video, I'm doing 2. So I'm giving you guys 2 Starbucks gift cards for the first 2 people to find them. But get back to the house. From spare bedroom number 1, you have bedroom number 2, and then their shared bathroom is right here. So nice stone countertops. One little thing, like little touches like this, where they put just a little framing tile right here to kind of make it not as just a hexagonal. So little touches like that. You do have a fully tiled bathtub, shower in the toilet room. And then here is bedroom number 2. This one's a little bit bigger than the last one, but not by much. So decent sized bedrooms, number 1 and 2 up front. And then from here, a little built-in right there. Walking in the hallway, we'll take a look at this half bath and then the upstairs here at the end to give you guys a look at that view. But this is the first part of what I'm talking about, is this really unique vaulted ceiling with the beams, and then this nice little kind of separation between the kitchen. It gives it a really unique look in here. You kind of have a mix of modern, but like I said, it's more traditional than the last house we looked at. And we'll go through some of the little touches here in the kitchen in a second, but 2 big windows there. Then of course you have the oversized sliding glass door out to your giant covered patio, which you will see how big it is here in a second when we get to the master bedroom. And then your kitchen is right here. And so one of the first touches is this. So your countertop on your island, I don't know if you guys can see how thick that is. You don't see that very often, and it's actually textured. So you guys can't see or feel it in camera, but you can feel the rock texture in the island, which is a cool little touch. You have your cabinets all the way up to the ceiling. You obviously have your stovetop, your 6 burner. Another little touch right here is this little inlay bordered kind of fish scale style tiling that you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can get a good look at that. But as you can see, it's more modern, but it's more traditional than the last house. You have, you know, the nicer, more natural kind of grays. You have the wood beams. You have more of a traditional lighting than a modern. The fireplace is centered to the living room versus the rest. And then when we get into the master bathroom, you guys will definitely see how it's a more traditional feel mixed with a little touch of modern kind of luxury. And then of course the pantry I want to show you guys. But right here, well, before we do that, actually, I want to show you guys this. So this looks like a weird little cabinet, but it actually slides up like that, which is kind of cool. So you have a second microwave right there. And then you have your first one is right here. That's more of a convection oven style too. But nice little coffee bar with that cool extra cabinet there to kind of hide your microwave away. But this is the community. So as I said, it's only about 30 or so homes. So you have the section down here at the bottom, you have the section up top, you're gonna have the pond with the walking trails, and then it connects to the Toll Brother community right here, and it wraps around, and then you have Hayden Homes over here to the left. And then this is the park that I keep talking about. It's an Eagle sports complex. So you're gonna have soccer fields, you're gonna have tons of parking in a park, pavilion, you're gonna have the tennis, pickleball, baseball courts, you have your pond over here, and this is all connected to BLM land. And then of course there's the new highway. So lots of stuff coming to Star. And then we'll head back into the kitchen for now, but your master is right there. I'll show you guys the pantry first actually, because I do want to show you guys the master bathroom. But this leads to your garage, which does have that RV bay. And here's a pantry. So it's a giant pantry right here. But if this wasn't enough, you have a second pantry. So it's a double pantry with a ton of extra storage in here. So this pantry will be for those of you who are preppers, or you have a really big family and you guys eat a lot of food, but absolutely insane sized pantry. Biggest pantry I think I've ever seen in a house. So absolutely crazy that they did that, something you don't see too often. And then more about Star. So one thing I want to note about Star, for those of you who are looking here and wanting to possibly choose Star if you're moving to Boise, is that Star is getting much, much more expensive. It's turning into what Eagle, Idaho is, where the median prices are, you know, getting closer to $1 million already. And with that, over the next 2 years, we're not gonna see very many starter homes. So Toll Brothers, Hayden Homes, CBH Homes that I talked to you about, Hubble Homes, that have houses in the 500,000 to 700,000 range, those are gonna be going away in Star. The land prices in Star have gotten so expensive that those builders, it doesn't make sense for them to build the product that they build anymore. And so they're having to move to Middleton and Kuna. And what that means is, if you want to get into Star for a starter home, that's something that is going to need to be done in the next few years as it gets more expensive. And as those homes get sold out, a lot of these communities are in their last phase. What it means for those of you who are considering other suburbs is that I've talked about it a lot, but Kuna is going to be kind of the next area that gets blown up. It's where a lot of these builders are moving. It's where a lot of people are moving because it's one of the few places left that has affordable homes, but it's still close to Meridian and Boise. You know, you're only 15, 20 minutes away from everything there is to do in the valley. So that means that for Kuna. And then Middleton is also the same situation, where Middleton is just 15 minutes down the road from Star. And so people are starting to just choose Middleton. And both of those two areas are kind of the next two areas that I think we're gonna see a huge price jump. And we're already seeing it this year. Every community we go to, they're selling 10 homes in a day, 12 homes in a day, 5 homes in a day. They're tripling, doubling, even quadrupling the amount of homes they sold in December and November. They're doing it in January and now in February. So now that the election's over, we're seeing a huge increase in traffic. We're seeing a lot of people ready to move and moving here. And what that means is incentives that these new home builders have, where they're giving you guys, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, even $40,000 to buy a house and use for closing costs or rate buy downs. A lot of those we're gonna kind of see to start going away. And a lot of these builders are already increasing their prices. So I want you guys to be aware of that, the differences between Star and Kuna, where things are kind of shifting. And the big difference between like Star and Kuna is Star, it has the Boise River. That's probably the biggest difference. It has the Boise River and it has the foothills, which is why we're at this house. And we'll take a look at that in a second, the overlooking of the foothills. But first, let's take a look at the master. So master has that same style, kind of half vaulted ceiling look with the beams, really good size master. And then this is where I talked about the patio that kind of wraps around and how big it is. You get a sliding glass door and it's covered all the way around, all the way to your big patio over there. Give you guys a little bit better look of these kind of vaulted, slanted ceilings that I really love. And then this master bathroom has a very unique light, but you guys can see it's a little bit more on the traditional side. You have the dual vanity with the same thick, you have that thick granite countertop in here too. You have your standalone tub with the big window. And then I personally love this shower, more traditional, kind of cozier feel. And it has the glass all the way through with the dual shower heads and the 2 windows inside. I really love this look. And then obviously you get the really good lighting. You have the tiling all the way up to the ceiling. You have the more kind of hotel style lighting in here. And it's actually touchscreen, so you can turn the light off by touching the mirror. And upstairs, you're gonna see some more unique features. So it's little touches like this throughout homes in this price range and this custom ability that give you those little extra touches. And then a big difference between this house is the master connects to the laundry room, which a lot of you guys like. I love it. You do get the sink in here with the stone countertops. You have plenty of cabinet space. And then you have a really good sized mud room, full corner bench in here. And this wraps you into your garage. And this garage is really good sized. You do get the extended bay in here. So it does wrap all the way around with a door to your backyard. So a little bit bigger garage than the last house we looked at, but wanted to take you guys through and show you this garage space. And then from here, we're making a loop back through to the kitchen, where we will then head up to the patio upstairs and show you guys the view of the foothills, which is a big reason why we're out here. And I talked how the market's been kind of blowing up here or getting more busy. There's a lot more people. In January this year, it was like right around 20,000 more homes viewed than January of last year, which is a lot of people looking at a lot of houses. The builders are seeing a lot, homes sell a lot faster. And then even on our personal listings on our Waypoint team, homes that we did have on the market in fall of last year, so just a couple months ago, that didn't sell. We had one that didn't sell for months. They sold in a day, and then the other one sold in a couple of weeks. So give you guys some perspective on what's happening in Boise and some of the changes. People are ready to go. And now we're upstairs in the bonus room. And the first thing is right when you get upstairs, you have a full bath right here. So bath there, but one cool thing is, again, these little touches. So big mirror, but your mirror is actually inlaid. So it's right in line with the tile. They actually built it in to give it just that little extra touch of luxury. Then you have the tiling there. And then here is the bonus room. And we'll take a look at this view going out. And you actually get like actual pavers on the bottom, which is kind of cool. But opening up this patio overlooks all of the foothills. So you get foothill views up here on the patio. And then this is my favorite part. I wish you guys could see it, but you get a view of the mountains. And it's not going to be blocked because all of these houses have been built. And so one of the coolest features in this house is that, and I did walk by the half bath that was downstairs, right at the bottom of the stairs, so you do get an extra bathroom in there. But this is home number 2. Very interested to see what you guys think of the 2. If this is a little bit too high of a price point, or if you want to take a look at some of the communities out here in Star, or you want to watch the pros and cons of Star and why people might not like it in Star, Idaho, watch this video here. I go through all of the reasons people might have left Star, or a reason why you guys might not want to live in Star, because it's very important. Picking your suburb is the most important part of moving here. I say it all the time. So check out that video. Thank you guys for watching.